Santosh.
Good evening.
Good evening, Santosh bro.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. So I have
Good
like
evening.
one quick question before others join.
Okay, tell me.
So we have like something called Azure Data Engineer as well, right? And
Mm-hmm,
then we have this Azure and Fabric.
mm-hmm.
So when in current market, right? So which one is good? I mean, again, it depends, but I just want to take your suggestion, right? Whether it is Power BI full stack will be good, or to go with the like Azure Data Engineer.
See, my first preference will always be data engineering, right? But
Okay.
it's not that easy. Okay, you need to
Mm,
crack a lot of coding is there. So, right,
mm,
we have to learn Python is there, PySpark is there. So, you need to put a lot of efforts, but it's really the
okay.
worth. Okay, you will get high package. But when
Okay.
compared to data analytics, anyone can master it, right? You need not have like even though you don't have a coding knowledge, even though you don't coming from a coding background, still you can master it. That is the reason why most of the people prefer data analytics, and you can also enjoy the work here. Like there, of course, I've worked for both projects, so I know the pressure that I handle as a data engineer. But anyway, if I get paid, obviously I will have to do right. But again, as you said, depends on your need. If you're looking for a decent job with no much tensions, no much of stress, data analytics, which is Power BI, and whatever we are learning, a part of Azure, part of Fabric should be more than enough. But if you're
Okay.
looking for a strong career where, okay, let me work hard, let me earn as much as possible, because there is a demand, so you can crack the high package and you can get settled
Okay.
there as well. So it's up to you how you want to take it.
Got it. Got it, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's wait for 2 minutes and then let's get started. Just give me a minute. Okay, I think we have a good number. Let's get started. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, Santosh.
Yes. Yes, Santosh.
Okay. Day one, we have seen some of the limitations of Power BI, and as a solution, we'll try to move the burden of Power Query Editor to Azure. So we have to understand what is Azure. So in order to understand Azure, first I will have to tell you what is cloud. So for that is where in the last class you understood about what is cloud computing and what are the services they provide, right? So depending on your need, you can either ask for platform as service or a software as service. So there are different options. And now we have four cloud. There are many clouds, but these are the four which we usually go for it. And the top three, if you see, AWS stands on top. Second goes the Microsoft Azure, and third goes the Google Cloud Platform, right? GCP. Now, these three are widely used in the real time. Now, all three will have different fans, different fan base, right? So many companies prefer Microsoft Azure, many companies prefer AWS, many company prefer GCP. It all depends on their own interest. So for me, whatever happens, I always go and buy in one shop, right? Even though they don't provide good service, but still I've been um, involved with them more. So I always go to them. That's how it is. A lot of companies I've got tie-ups with this clouds, right? Now, why are we going and learning Microsoft Azure? Azure is a second top cloud service, but still we go and learn that. The reason, whatever the products which we're using, it's all Microsoft. So Microsoft with Microsoft will always have a good interaction and the integration becomes easier. And that is the reason why we are learning Microsoft Azure, right? And another reason I would say is, see, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example, okay? Um, in our KSR, in our KSR, we need a person who can actually take care of accounts, right? All the payments and installments, right? All this work. We wanted to hire them in one college. We want to hire them in one college. Okay. So I clearly told them the one is good in maths, we can hire. Because one is very good at mathematics, will definitely do a better calculation. So this is what I want to hire, right? Now we went to the college. We had two people. We had two people, person A, person B. Person A, computer science, 100. Data structures, 100. Mathematics, 90. Or let's say 80. So totally 280 out of 300, 90%, right? 90%, I think 95%. Let's take another person, computer science, 35. Data structures, 35. Maths, 100. Totally 170 for 300. The total percentage is 50%. Now tell me, I went to campus for this college. Whom do you think I would have hired?
Second one, B.
E.
B.
Come on, you just scored 50%.
But the criteria requirement is max, he should be sharp.
Exactly. Well, doesn't matter that I will have to always consider the top one, right? Doesn't matter that I have to always consider top one, nothing like that. I need to make sure what is comfortable for me, how good it is, and how good it is for building the projects. And that is the one thing I'll be considering. Okay. Now, we will go and see what is this Microsoft Azure. Now, Azure is a cloud computing platform. Please be informed that your Azure and cloud, you take any cloud, it's not a software. It's not a software. Please get rid of that. It's not a software. Everything works in a portal, web portal. You can think like a website. You can think like a website. You know Amazon website, right? Whatever you want, you go and order it. You can think like a website. Your cloud service is a portal. It's a web portal where you can go and take whatever you want. So let's get into Azure. One assignment before you come to the next class. What is the meaning of this word? Why did they keep this word as Azure? What is a, see, for example, right? Um, for me, if I ask, my name is Santosh. So if I go and see what is the meaning of my name, happiness, something they'll say, right? For everyone's name, you will have some meaning. So the assignment for you today is try to go and find out what is the meaning of Azure. What do you mean by Azure, the English word? And why did they keep this name? For Power BI, I'll tell it's so powerful. It can do a lot of powerful jobs for us. That's why we kept it as Power BI, right? We had internally, we had a business intelligence, but now they added power intelligence, that is Power BI. So we made it as more powerful. But here, try to find out what is the significance of this name. It is a cloud computing platform. It is an online portal. It's an online portal. You just need to have a simple machine, very basic machine, and you need to have internet. So those guys who want to work with cloud, you just need internet and you just need one subscription and you need one basic machine, right? Now, let's say that you have a basic machine and you have one personal laptop. You go and log into that internet. From internet, you go and log into Azure portal. It's a website, right? You go and log into that portal and you request what you want. Do I want any software? Do I want any hardware? Hardware means they're not going to send you a laptop or a computer. They will assign it for you virtually from the place you're sitting. You can actually access that. Okay, so that's the beauty of your cloud. You can go and access whichever system you want from the one place. Now that is nothing but your portal, web portal. Okay, then for example, they're requesting for some storages, they're requesting from virtual machines, so they'll assign it. So this person and this people will be able to operate this over online. Now this is how it works. Okay. Azure was born on February 1st, 2010. It's been 15 years into the market, right? I still remember the day I joined engineering college was in 2010, right? In the month of May, I joined, but in the month of February, they have launched Azure. So that's where when I went when I was in the first year of engineering, Azure was launched, and it's 15 years now. It's the second largest cloud computing. In India, we call it as a Nifty 50, Nifty 500, right? Like the top 50 companies, top 500 companies. Similarly, in US based companies, we do have a Fortune 500. That is the top 500 companies. 80% of the Fortune 500 companies use Azure, and it supports multiple languages. You can opt for any language where you want to use it. And it gives you a lot of options like pay as you go. That means whatever you use it, you have to pay for that. And they have around 60 plus regions. That means they have server across 60 plus regions, right? Now let's see what is this. Let's see what is this. Okay. Now this is the Azure. This is the Microsoft Azure. Okay. So let's open Microsoft Azure. Build in the cloud with an Azure account. All this, whenever you have time, you can go with it. What they'll give you for free, what you will have to pay for it. All of this you can go through it. Okay. Now, another question which I want to ask you is, if you click here, okay, not here. Let me go back to the Google. Just go and search in the Google, Microsoft Azure. Okay. So just search Microsoft Azure. So this is the official website, Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing Service. You can go here. And this is a website. Okay. This is a Azure website, azure.microsoft.com. This is a website. Whenever you have time, you can go through this. It will be a lot of interesting facts and some of the customer stories will be there. For example, like if you see, right, HP. So HP is one of the great client for them. So HP incorporated Copilot into workflow to help developers collaborate more easily, right? And you have a lot of clients here, right? Everyone would have given some like, what do you call this, feedback or something like that, right? So all of this we have here, right? So whenever you have time, you go for it. Azure basically provides about 18 to 20 categories. In the 20 categories, you will have 200 service. Okay. Now, I will tell you what is this. Imagine you want to build one Android app. Imagine you want to build one Android app. In order to build the Android app, one of the software that is needed is Android Studio. one of the software that is needed is Android Studio. Android Studio is a software that is actually needed in order to develop this software. Okay. The problem with this is it's a very, very big software. Okay. Android Studio is official integrated. See, in order to do reports, you need to have Power BI desktop. Similarly, in order to build your mobile app, the one which you get in the Play Store, you need to go and have this Android Studio. Actually, I was very fond of these apps in my starting career of my college, right? So everyone used to have a lot of, everyone used to have smartphones and everyone used to have apps. I was always wondering how these apps are created. Everything is accordingly, whatever we want, everything we have, right? So I have also personally developed one mobile app that was actually in Play Store. For the last 2 years, I did not pay for it. So any app which you're putting in a Play Store, you have to pay for it. If you don't pay the Play Store, that is Google, that now you should be thinking how Google is making money, right? So you are going and dumping your app in the Play Store, you have to give money. The whatever the app which we have, KSR app, the one which I've dumped in the Play Store, we have to give money. So I did not pay for the last 2 years, but my app, if you go and search in the Play Store, it will be there. Now, if you ask me how I've implemented, I have installed something called Android Studio. This is the Android Studio. This software is the Android Studio. In the right side, you can see the mobile screen, and in the left side, you can write a code, and we will have to write a Java code. The moment you write the Java code, you can make that operate, like how the app should look, where should be the login button, where should be the logout button, where should be the scroller, everything you can set it with the code. Now, writing code is easy, but the biggest challenge is, see, from this screen it should go to this screen, from this screen it should go to this screen. So you can actually go and do this. It's very easy. But the biggest challenge is this software. This software is very, very big, and it literally needs 32 GB RAM. If your RAM is just 8 GB or 16 GB, 100% your system will get hang. You cannot install this software unless and until you have a very good system which is worth of 2 lakhs, because such a very, very big software, this is a very big software, so it's not that easy, right? So now, do you think I will go and buy 2.5 lakhs laptop to build this app? Definitely no. So I went for Azure. Azure is a cloud. So I went for Azure and I asked Azure service, I want to build one mobile app. So Azure told, hey, don't worry, I have a service called mobile app. You can go, you can use it, right? You can use it how much ever you want. You can build your project, you can build an app, you can build a mobile app, you can do whatever you want. Monthly, you pay me 20,000. You work for 5 months, you pay me 1 lakh. You work for 2 months, you pay me 40,000. Now, I felt that this could benefit me because I no need to go and pay for 2 lakhs for the software, or the system and the license. Better I can use this service. I simply have to go to the web portal and I have to request for Android Studio, and they will give me, and I can do the coding and I can publish my mobile app. So this was really good. So what in return they're asking is, they're asking only fees. The amount of time you're using it, just pay the fees. If you're using for 1 month, pay this much. If you're using for 2 months, pay this much. And that's what we actually have to do. Now, I'm sorry, I will not be teaching you this in our course. Why? I will not teach you this service in our course. Why?
Already covered in Power BI.
It's not part of our course.
Already covered in Power BI. Who is that?
Sir,
Where we
Power
have
BI.
covered?
Sir, services, sir, app we developed now. Sir.
That is different app, yeah. I'm talking about mobile app, Play Store
Okay.
app. That is
Okay, sir.
different. This is different.
Related to Azure.
I'm not going to cover this service. Why?
Not in Power BI.
Because yeah, you need to
Because we are not
know the Java
Android
code.
developers.
It's not required
We
for
are not
us.
learning Android development.
You guys have joined this course to become a data analyst or a mobile developer.
Data
Data
analyst.
analyst.
Data analyst.
Then why this is required, right? I will not teach you this. Imagine you want to build a website. Like IRCTC website, HDFC net banking website, KSR website. Imagine that you have to build a website. For building a website also, you need to have some softwares. All the softwares are licensed. So definitely I am not going to use this. So I will go and use a web service. In the web service, we can go and get a rent. Like a rent, they will be giving us a software, and we can go and write our code. We can go and implement our website, and directly we can go and deploy. And unfortunately, I will not teach you this also. I'll not teach you this also because you guys have not joined to become a web developer. The videos we record, right, in YouTube, whatever the videos I record and actually publish in the YouTube, right? What I do is we will have to go and create it through media, right? So for example, if you want to edit the YouTube video, we have a software called Photoshop. This is actually a bit costly one, Adobe Photoshop. So in this, actually, you can go and create the video editing, audio editing, all of this. Okay. So just give me a minute. Okay. So this is a software called which is Photoshop. This is actually a licensed one. The license for this is very high. If you want to build a video editing, you can use this software, but the price of the software is very high, and software is also very big. So I'll not go and use this. Instead, I'll go and use a media service, which I will not teach you. So if I say that I will not teach this, I will not teach this, I will not teach this, if I keep on going and scratching all of this, then you may ask me indirectly, then what is what you're going to teach, right? Now, in our Power BI, we have only two problems. Can anyone tell me what was the two problems?
Storage.
Data size and cost.
Data cleaning.
Storage and processing, right? So the data storage was limited. We will not be able to store more than, let's say, 100 GB. And the processing also, of course, processing, there was no problem, but I don't want it to burden my Power Query editor. Now, storage and processing were the two biggest challenge what I had. Storage and processing are the two biggest challenge what I had. And that is why I am going to teach you this storage, and I'm going to teach you about processing. So if you are expecting me to teach all 200 services, then this is not the course. Not even the person who has developed this will know all 200 services, right? So what is required for us, that is what we will be doing. Azure is a universal cloud. Everyone will use. Data analysts will use, web developers will use, mobile developers will use, and even the support people will use. Even if you're working for production support, everyone will use. So it's a universal cloud. Everyone will use. But for what use you will do? Just think like this is like a restaurant. In restaurant, everyone will come and eat. But are they going to eat everything same item? No. You go to a restaurant, you see 200 items on your menu card. You see 200 items on your menu card. Are you going to eat all 200? No. What is your preferred? Whether you went for a breakfast, you went for a lunch, or you went for a dinner, that is what you will have. Right? So that is what here we are going to cover. The main challenge what we had with respect to Power BI, we had storage and processing. And that is what we are going to cover as part of this syllabus. Okay, now in storage, how am I going to store the data and how am I going to process the data? So all of this you can see here, right? So with this, I'll show you where it is like in the website. I'll go here. You can see the products here. You can see all the 200 products. Like these are some popular services. These are some AI and machine learnings. These are some compute. This is some analytics. I told you that we'll be learning something in the analytics part, right? Something in the analytics part and something in the storage part. Like this, we have all the 200 products here. These are all categories. For example, I was talking about web. If I'm talking about web, you can build one application app development. You can add some real data and you can also add Azure Maps, like what we have a Google Maps and your Apple Maps. So similarly, you have a Azure Maps. You can create some quick, powerful cloud service. So like this, in the web category, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe you will have 12 services also. 12 to 13 services you have. Similarly, go for mobile. So in the mobile, if you see, mobile is one category. In this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, again, you will have mobile related services. So like this, these are all categories. Now I will go to database. So in the database, we can have the Postgres database. We can have MySQL database, right? And we can have Cosmos DB. That's all databases. Okay. Now like this, we have something called storage. So in the storage, if you want to use the storage as backup, if you want to use it as a files, if you want to use it as a data lake, like this, you can use it. So we will be learning certain services from the storage. We will be learning certain services from processing, that is analytics. So that is what we'll be learning, right? So here, if you go to the main page, in the main page, you will have the products. You can see all these products and you can also see the solutions. Some of them would have given them solutions. You can go for it and you can see pricing. Slowly, we will see the pricing also. And you have some partners, right? So when I say partner, who are the partners they have? A lot of people would have interacted with them, right? So all these are partners. All these are partners. You can see which are the companies who are very closely working with Azure. You can see here. See, all these are some of the applications that they are using this type of clients. Wipro trains 2 lakh employees on Gen AI principles, right? Western Sydney University boost learning. So all of this, some of the details what we have. And in the partners also, you will also have some documents, training. You can go through some trainings. You can read from here. You can explore the trainings if you want to know what is Copilot. So I keep saying this. One of the best documentation you can have is always Microsoft. Beautiful it is, okay? Beautiful document. Now all of this we can have. Now this is a complete website, right? So this is a complete website where you can go and find all the information about products, solutions, pricing, resources. Also you can go and see documentation and community where we'll have some of the issues and they would have attached the solutions. Blog is there. Some of the videos will be there. If you're interested in taking the certification of Azure, go for it. So all these are something which you can explore on this particular portal. Okay. Now I will show you one more thing. I'll show you one more thing. Okay. Just carefully listen. Carefully listen. It's very, very important. They have 60 plus regions and they've attached about 300 plus data centers. Okay. See, I want to tell you one thing. all these days, how many days you guys know me? Maybe the new guys who have joined last 2-3 days, maybe you know me, or somewhere you'd have heard about me speaking. You would have attended some sessions. But for the guys who attended Power BI from January, you guys know me almost 4 months, right? About 4 months, you know me, right? Yes, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In this 4 months, every single day, I have been very true to KSR. Every single day, I've been true to KSR. There are some days where I have missed my office meetings to take the class for you. I have done that. Okay, I just drop an email to my manager saying that I'm logging off early. I'll not be able to join my office meeting today, and I'll come home and I'll take a class. I have done this. I have done this. Okay. I have given my 100% importance to KSR. Okay. But note down this date. Note down this date. Today, one day, I will not be speaking with you like a KSR mentor. Today, one day, my entire session, I'll be speaking like a Microsoft employee. All these days, you would have seen me explaining or going to a ground level and talking very closely, sharing my personal things, and I would have asked you few questions and all things we have done it. That is all. That is all as a KSR mentor. Today, one day, I'm going to talk to you as Microsoft employee. I have given 99.9999% of my efforts to KSR, but not today. Today, I'm not going to speak to you like a KSR employee. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. You'll remember this statement in the last. Why I told you this statement, you'll remember in the last. Let's get back to the topic. There is something called global infrastructure. If I go and explore this, it will take you to another site where you will be given a globe where are the Azure have deployed the data centers. Now, if you guys don't know what is a data center is like this. Data centers is like this. This is a data center. Now, this is where you would have seen in your movies. Now, this is where actual data gets stored, right? Companies data, business data, all the data, where it is getting stored, it is going and storing in this place. Where is this place? This is called data center. This is called data center. Now, we will not go and have our own data center. We will try to use our Azure data center. Now, Azure has total of 300 data centers like this. They have deployed in different regions. They have deployed in different regions, right? Now, here we will see where exactly we have the regions in India. Okay. Where is India here? Huh. No, this is not India. Yeah, this is India, right? If you see, this is India, South India, South Central India, Central India. As I've told you, this is a data center. Like this, in India also, Microsoft Azure has deployed certain data centers. Okay, let's see. Azure data centers in India. So Microsoft Azure has a data centers in 3 main regions: South India, Chennai, West India, Mumbai, and Central India, Pune. So in India, we have 3 data centers from Microsoft, and 3 data centers are: one is in South India, one is in West India, and one is in Central India. Okay, 3 data centers are there. And overall, Microsoft has 300 data centers. Okay, so Microsoft has 300 data centers deployed across different parts of the globe. So totally we have 300 data centers, and India we have 3 data centers. Where is 300? Where is 3? Most of the data centers are in US. Okay, now what is this data center? Data center is a place where they will have all the data that is stored. So we need not worry, they will take care. Again, I'm telling you, I need not buy 10 laptops. I did not buy 10 laptops. All the 10 laptops will be arranged like this and they will take care of it. Whatever your laptop has a memory, the RAM, the hard disk, that devices, they will store it in this and they will give it as for rent. They will only take care of power. They'll only take care of all the backups. They'll only do everything. I need not buy the physical laptops. Data center is a place where all the data is being managed well. Like this in India, we have 3 data centers. And all the 3 data centers, if you see, one is in South India, one is in West India, and one is in Central India. Okay. And there is a news for you guys. They're going to start a new data center in Hyderabad. It will take another 2 years. Okay. New center in Hyderabad. Microsoft Hyderabad data center. Yeah, see here. They have told in 20 to 22 only, but I don't think it's still there. Microsoft announces to establish India data center region in Hyderabad. Okay. So Microsoft today, that is, it's 2 years back only, they announced that they are going to establish a data center in Hyderabad. According to the study, Microsoft data centers in India have added 1.5 million jobs to the economy over the 5 years, including 1,69,000 new skilled IT jobs. Okay, so this is the latest update what we have. And apart from that also, in July 1st also, they have last year. Okay, I don't know who is the minister. Telangana IT Minister Sridhar Babu urges Microsoft representative to complete the data center works near Hyderabad by 2025. It will not happen. I think we have to take subscription to read this. Anyway, so they're asking to complete this data center by 2025, which is not going to happen. Okay, so let's see what is the latest news. I did not read it. I think they started the, okay, 13th February. Let's see. Telangana CM inaugurates Microsoft's new 11 lakh square feet facility in Hyderabad. No, not this. Anyway, my objective was to tell you that we are going to get the 4th center in India. Maybe it will happen in the next 2 years, okay? And it doesn't happen soon. So it happens in next 2 years. Okay, now I will take one data center. I'll take one data center. I'll show you how it looks like. Okay, I'll show you how it looks like. Here, if you see in the, if you see here, this is called data center. This is called data center. Like this, we have 300 plus data centers across different regions. Okay, so in India, if you see South India, in Chennai, we have one data center that was actually launched in the year 2015. Now, if I'm taking about a central India, it was launched in Pune, which is in 2015, and Mumbai. Okay, Mumbai is not there, but here this is coming soon, which is in Hyderabad. Okay, so here's one more is there, but it's not visible. So totally 3 are present now. The 4th one is going to come in the next 2 years. Now I'll show you how the data center looks like. Once you see this, this is a globe actually. This is a globe, and you can see that yeah, so this is a globe. So in the globe, we can figure out where exactly is the region. If you are from US, you can figure out in US where we have. This is Saudi. Yeah, see, this is fully packed. Europe, Switzerland, lot of Poland, lot of centers are here, and this is also there. I think this is Mexico, South Central. This is US. See how many data centers are there. But in the most of the other continents and other states, if you see that, it's limited. So most of the centers are present in the Europe countries and America, right? So this is how they have given us 300 data centers. Now, you guys, I don't know if you get a chance to visit this data center. So I'll show you a virtual tour. What do you mean by virtual tour? Just imagine that you are getting into a Microsoft Office, data center office. This is a data center. This is a data center. This is a data center organized by your Microsoft. Inside the data center, you will have like this. You will have like this. And this is where you're going to store the data. How it looks like, I will show you a virtual tour. Now I'm entering the lobby. That means I'm entering the data center of Microsoft. It could be Chennai, it could be Pune, it could be Mumbai, it could be anywhere, any data center. It looks like this. First, you're entering the lobby. Lobby is a place where you get into the office. This is where you will enter. The moment you enter, you will be having a security guard and the receptionist who will actually go and do a front security check. Your face, your ID, all of this will be checked. Now, these guys will be working for this data center and their identity will be checked. Okay, this is a front office. This is how it looks like. And they also have some security system. You have to pass through all the security system in order to get into the office. Now, there they have put some chairs where you can have a waiting time if you are waiting for someone, and you have a big LED board where if any projects they are doing, they will be displaying this. Now, this is what is a waiting room, right? And you'll see a lot of postures here. Okay, the view will be super good. And then I'll be entering into operation team. That is operation room. So in the operation room, what happens? The operation room is we prioritize the availability of a data center. Like, for example, I'm requesting for a machine, I'm requesting for a storage. It is going to tell us whether do we have the availability or not, right? It's like a huge building where it will tell you whether we have a free space or not. This is operational room. So the operational room is where we prioritize the availability of a data center. And if I go into this, you'll see that there is a Power BI dashboard which you see on the screen, and you have a different time zones, IST, CST, EST, all of these time zones. And because we are working with all over the globe, and this is all a Power BI report which tells you that which part of the region, what server is filled and what server is empty, which is vacant, which is available. All of this information we will be able to get it in this Power BI dashboard. And there will be a lot of people who will be working around the clock to figure out what is happening, and there will be some discussions happening. All of this will be happening. Whenever you have time, when you go through this virtual tour, you watch all these videos. How we keep Microsoft Cloud up and running. You can watch this video. Okay, this is a cloud. This is a Microsoft Office, Microsoft Data Center. How they keep always the service up and running. I don't remember who asked this question. Someone was asking, what is the outage in cloud? Right? So see how they will provide you the power supply to this. Every time it will be up and running. You will not have any power issues to this data centers. This is all data centers. This is all the guys who are going to work in the data center. How we keep Microsoft Cloud up and running. That's the video. That's for you. Okay. Now, we will be having some discussions, we'll having all this. Now we will enter into the mechanical area. This is the mechanical area. Mechanical area manages the data centers in providing the hardware, coolant, backup system, maintenance, all of this it provides in the mechanical area, right? So this is where they'll generate the power. These guys will not depend on anyone else. They will generate their own power to keep their systems up and running. This is a mechanical area. So this will generate the power. And you can see there is a big coolant here, which always keeps the system cool. Every time you go here, the temperature will be so cool that it keeps the entire server cool. How it works? Watch the video. This is the entire place where you have the cloud. Watch this video whenever you have time, right? So if you see here how the data center works, modern data center. This is how the modern data center cooling system. Microsoft cools its data center with outside air. When outside air temperatures gets too warm, a high efficient closed circuit evaporate system is used. This is called antibiotic cooling. Something that this is a system. This is a system they're actually using for cooling the data center. And in my home, I'm using AC for cooling my laptop. See how big device this is, right? Now, once you go to the mechanical area, this is a very, very important. This is the art of our entire data center. I'll enter into the server room. Now, this is a server room. In this server room is the art of the Microsoft Cloud Computing Storage. It has the space, storage space. Now, let me go into the server room. Now, this is the server room. This is where you will have the actual data stored. This is where the actual data will be stored. This is called server room. Now, if you're all thinking how the data is getting stored, if you know like a pen drive, hard disk, similar to that, you have a device like this, server blades. Now, this blade is capable of storing petabytes of data. One bunch of disk can store petabyte of data in a single rack. In one single rack, it can store petabytes of data. Like this, you will have thousands of blades. This blade is capable of having petabytes of data storage. Like this, you will have thousands of devices. Whoever is asking for device, they will go and assign some data. They'll go and assign some space for them and they'll be using. This is called JBOD blade, which are massive cloud storage. Like this, you have so many blades, thousands of blades we have, right? Now, this is a data center. Now, how this works, again, there is a video. You can watch this video. You can watch this video. So this is where they will tell you that how the server looks like. You can watch when you have time. I think it's fading off, but you can see exabytes of storage across data centers. Compute blades. This is where my data will be secure. This is where I'll be storing the data. They are giving the blades. That blades is capable of storing petabytes of data. Right? Now, once you see here, we will enter into the circular center. Now, circular center, it's another room. It provides to deliver commitment to zero waste by processing and routing, right? So let's get here. So it provides some of the recycling. This is not that important for us. So let's skip this room. Let's go for network room. Well, I don't know where you are. You may be in US, UK, Germany, Mexico, Saudi Arabia, wherever you are, without even having 1 second lag. whatever I'm speaking, whatever I'm sharing, everything is reaching you on time. How is that possible? It's possible with the help of network room. In the network room, the data is transferred from one place to another place. Data travels from servers to network, linked to all the Microsoft global network with the help of this network room. These are all called optical fibers. Today, if I'm speaking and if you're on the other side of the globe, you are in US, without even getting a lag, if you're able to hear me, if you're able to listen to me, see the video, audio, everything is possible because of this network room. All these are called optical fibers, right? I will show you a small video like how data travels. Just see this video, and when you go back home you can see the complete video again, how data travels. Today I'm speaking something, I'm sharing you some data, and it is reaching on the other side where you are 15-20,000 kilometers away. How it is traveling, you see here. This is all optical fiber. When you're attending a Zoom meeting, all over the globe you can connect. This is all optical fibers. The data is getting transferred from here. Some telecommunication concepts are all related. See, we are in India, you're in US, we are separated by ocean. How does this cable travels? How are we having optical fibers between two countries which is separated by an ocean? They are going to deploy underwater fiber. This is the underwater fiber. From one country to another country, if you're all thinking where they have deployed the optical fiber, the fiber which transforms the data, you can say under the water, they have kept these cables. You do not believe me? You watch the video. How the data is traveling, how many wires, how many devices. These are all optical fibers, the one which carries the information data. Today I'm speaking and you guys are able to hear. It's because of the optical cable, and that is all responsible. It's because of in this network room. And that's the Microsoft for you, right? So this is a network room. Now, you can also see this video like some Azure orbital. Whenever you have time, you watch this. And how the satellite data, sometimes the data will go to the satellite and come back. That is what they have shown you here. The data will be sent to satellite and it will be received. If not underwater, it will also be sent to satellites. So this will be sent to the ground stations. The data, the signal, everything will be sent to the stations, and then it will be received, right? Now, one final room we have is innovation room. They will be organizing some new projects. So one of the new project what Microsoft is going to have is they are going to have quantum computing, DNA storage, and they're going to work on something called Project Natic. So this is actually a what do you call the one which goes inside the water, submarine. Yeah, submarine. You can call it like a submarine. So they're going to have a data center underwater. That is this project. That is this project. Just like what we have 300 data centers on land, now they are going to implement one data center underwater. They're going to work on another project which is called liquid emission cooling. cloud AI is processed on advanced chips and that can run too hot. We are running a big server. We are running a big data center. The system is going to heat up. For that, they're going to come up with another innovation. Microsoft is going to have this, which is actually reduces the heat with the help of some liquid emission cooling. So they're going to innovate some new innovation that is going to cool. Okay. Now, this is what is the data center. This is what is a data center. Okay. Now, in this data center, sorry, I closed it. Azure Global Infrastructure, you can go here, explore Global Data Center, and then you can go to the take a tour, virtual tour. Please watch this video completely, explore it. All the data centers will be like this. All the data centers will be like this. Okay. Now, we have 82 people. Anyone from Chennai? Anyone from Chennai?
Yes, I'm from Chennai.
Only one, no? Okay. Now, do you want to know where exactly is this data center present in Chennai? Or if you're from Mumbai? Or if you're from Pune? If I give you our address, you can go and visit that office, right? But let's see. Let's see. Microsoft data center, Chennai address. Microsoft's exact data center address in Chennai are not publicly disclosed. The address details of any Microsoft region data centers are not publicly published. Let me tell you one thing. The 300 plus data centers, listen me carefully, hear me out. The 300 data centers in this globe, you will not be able to find the address even in Google Map. You will not be able to find even a single data center address, even in Google Map. That is the high security they are maintaining. No one except the people who are working for that particular data center, except those people, no one ever knows where is a data center. You don't believe? Let's ask our best friend. Can you give me Chennai Azure data center address? Microsoft's Azure South region is based in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. However, Microsoft does not publicly disclose the exact physical address of its data center due to the security and operational. Okay, I'll tell you one thing. In 2022, I think not in 2022, in 2019, I guess. Okay, just before the COVID. 1 week, listen me carefully, 1 week, Chennai is very close to Bangalore, 6 hours from here. 1 week, I have literally applied leave. Every street, every main road, every single area, I have roamed. I was unable to figure out where was this buildings. Where was this Microsoft office? Microsoft Office will be visible, but Microsoft data centers, you can't even say that it's a data center. They will not disclose anything to public. Even in Google Map, you cannot go and find out these data centers, and that is the security they are maintaining. Now you tell me, KSR data of 10 terabyte, will I go and store it in this type of companies, or will I give for you people?
This type of companies.
If I give to you people, what will happen?
Security reason.
You can't even find the address. Just imagine. All the 300 data centers, it is on the land, or it is under the land also, we don't know. That is a security we maintain. Okay. In the start of the class, I've told you that today, one day, let me be a Microsoft employee. You know why? I was lucky enough to visit one of the data center. Since I was working in the Azure cloud, I got a chance to visit one of the data center, and I exactly know where is a data center and I know the address. When Google does not know the address, I know the address because I got a chance to visit the data center. And that's why I told you today, one day, let me be honest to my job and not honest to KSR. I always fight with Mahesh and the founders. They keep asking me, hey, can you tell me which is the data center you have visited? Can you share me the address? And I always say that, no, let me be honest to my company, at least in this. So that's why I told you 99.9% I have given my 100% of efforts to KSR, but not on today. Today, I'm completely a Microsoft employee where I don't want to share this information. Where exactly is this? Which area it is? And that's why you see the energy which I had when I'm explaining about the actual virtual tour. So virtual tour itself, if you have enjoyed, and just imagine, I was grateful enough to go and see the actual data center. And that's why I don't feel like leaving Microsoft. I always think, why I need to do two jobs? Let me get settled in KSR. But somewhere I always feel grateful that, oh yes, I was lucky enough to go and explore a lot of things in Microsoft. So why should I leave? Right? Now, there is an agreement between Google and Azure. So Google Maps is not allowed to go and show any of the Azure centers because Google themselves, they have another cloud. So they know the importance. Not only this, AWS, GCP, Azure, no one has publicly disclosed the data centers. But in the recent days, with the technology up to mark, what is happening is, if you go and search for some address, some Microsoft buildings it will show, right? But it will be like 10 buildings. In that 10 buildings, which is a data center, we will not know. Are you getting what I'm telling? In this advanced technology in the recent days, if you go and you see, I searched here, maybe it is not revealing. But if I go and keep on searching here and there, and if I ask some close people who are working, somewhere they will tell, hey, it is in that area, it is in this area, it is in that field, it is in this field. They will tell you. So if you go and explore, there will be 10 buildings. In the 10 buildings, not all 10 buildings will be a data center. Only one will be data center. In the 10, which will be the data center, you will not know that. Are you getting it what I'm saying? Yes?
Yes.
Are we all good? Yes?
Yes.
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 Uh, do you want me to reveal the address? Or at least do you want to know which location I went, which area it is? Do you want that?
Yes.
No.
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 Why? Not interested? Not excited?
Privacy, security.
See, I haven't told my leaders, that is founders of KSR, right? I haven't told, but I have told to 2 students. I've told this information to 2 students in my training career, and those students are from KSR. Do you want to be the third one?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Those 2 students whom I have told the information, I have personally met them. I had a one-on-one interaction. I spent nearly 4-5 hours with them. The only reason was they were able to crack the job in Microsoft. So tomorrow you come with your Microsoft Office, Microsoft offer. You come with the Microsoft offer. Whatever you ask, I'll tell you. Is the deal okay? I've not told to my founders, but I've told to 2 students in KSR. In my entire 6 years of learning here, I've told to 2 students, and those 2 students were KSR students who got offer in Microsoft. So tomorrow, if you want this information from me, if I want me to reveal this, just get an offer in Microsoft, and all the information I'll share it with you. Okay, deal okay? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now
Please share the city names.
I visited in Chennai, very close to me.
Okay, okay.
I got a chance from Microsoft because I work very close with Azure products. So that's where I was being pulled into one of the bigger meeting. I got a chance and I met some leadership teams. And also I'll tell you, uh, once you get into that office, right, your mobile signals, everything will be blocked. You'll not be able to even see where you are, right? That type of things will happen. The server will go down. That is, your mobile networks will go down, and you will not even know where you're going because your mobile will not work. So usually what people will think, okay, let me go wherever I want. In my Google activities, it will go and show where I went, right? It will all show that, right? So it will not be like that. I'll tell you, if you guys have traveled in plane, that is aircraft, after certain distance, right, your mobile signal will be dumb, right? It will not show anything. Similarly, on the land itself, when you're going to the server rooms, it will be like that. So all the things will happen. See, it's such a big cloud it is, right? And today you should have understood that why I don't go and store my data of 10 terabytes in your 10 machines and I give it to you guys. Your way of you looking after my system, it is not even 0.0000001% of what they take care. That is the beauty of cloud. That is the beauty of cloud, right? If you want to learn something, I would request you to first show interest. So please go and explore this virtual tour. You'll enjoy a lot, right? Watch every single virtual tour part, read it out, videos, try to understand the importance of cloud. Just don't sit in the class just because you need a job. Learn with passion. That's the only way to push forward, right? So go and explore all of this. Today's class may not be asked in interview, not at all related to our syllabus, but still I really wanted to show this. The reason, you need to understand how secure it is. Yesterday I told you, a one single laptop I can decode with a 4-pin password, but a storage device which I showed you, the blade, that petabyte blade I showed you, right? It can store up to petabytes of blade. In that, there will be one space they will allocate to me. And in order to decode that, you need to send 88 characters of password, which is not at all possible to go and hack your system. That's the security. Okay. So with all this, we will be jumping on to our Azure account. Before using Azure, you will have to have an Azure account. You will have to have an Azure account. So how to create the account, how to enable the free subscription, and then how to use it, we'll see in the upcoming sessions. Okay, so here, this is a portal where you can go and create your services. As of now, if you say, I'm using the Azure account. As of now, you see, I'm using Azure account, and the way we are using for KSR, there is a certain bill that is getting generated because we are using, right? For using, we have to pay, but you need not pay. By creating a free account in Azure, they are going to give you 16,000 free credits for practice. The 16,000 free credits is more than enough for us to learn our Azure Data Factory, and you need not even spend 1 rupee from your pocket. Okay, so how to create an account, how to use my services, all this we will see in the upcoming sessions. So in tomorrow's sessions, we'll be creating our first service, we'll be creating our account, and then we'll be starting to create our services. Okay, so totally we'll be covering 4 services as part of your syllabus: Azure Block Storage, Azure Data Lake Storage, Azure Data Factory, and Azure SQL Database. These 4 services we'll be doing. Whatever we have done in a Power Query Editor, we will go and redo it again in Azure Data Factory. That's how we will reduce the burden of Power Query. Okay, so with that, I'll stop here. We'll continue tomorrow. Any questions?
I have a question. Like the data centers are physically present, right? So maybe due to the natural calamities or something happen, then what about the outage and all?
Sorry, come again. What is it?
Physical data center you show me, right?
That's what it is. They have the physical data centers across 300
Right, right.
centers.
So if any natural calamities due to that, any problem is there in data center, then what about the outage and what about the data?
One data center, if you have, for example, if I have in Chennai, right? Imagine that I have the data in Chennai, right? The same data they would have taken copy in 3 centers.
Okay.
If tomorrow, if complete Chennai is washed out with floods, right?
Exactly.
The entire city is washed out with floods. Need not worry even a single person. The entire data they would have taken a backup in different servers.
Okay.
They will take a mirroring of data multiple times. So even if entire India is down with floods, no need to worry. They would have taken a copy in US.
Okay.
Before, I guess, yes. But which
Is that clear?
Yes, yes. And regarding that mail ID, we need to open it or Kesa will give assign us mail ID.
We can use any account. You need not have any organization account. For Fabric, we'll be giving. For Azure, we can use any account. We will help you to create a free account. With that free account, we can get 16,000 free credits, and that should be more than enough to implement our projects.
Okay, means we can create it, right?
Yes, I'll be helping you to create.
Okay. Thank
Santosh,
you.
one more question.
Yeah.
Yeah, you showed a very big password for this account, right, yesterday. So is that a manually generated password or auto-generated?
Auto-generated.
Okay. Should we save the password in the computer to access it every day?
Yeah, we can do that. We will. So once it is created, we will have to go and save that in some place, and we can use that whenever we want.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions? So today is the last day for all the new joinees who are trying to learn only Azure and Fabric, right? So Azure and Fabric, which comes around 30 hours of syllabus, which comes around, let's say 20 days. 20 days will be the syllabus, about 30 hours. We'll be doing one end-to-end project. Okay, this project will include Azure plus Power BI. Okay, the same project, end-to-end project, we'll be doing in Fabric plus Power BI. Same project, so that you will understand what is the difference doing in this and doing in this. Okay, so 20 hours will be the number of days that you will be covering for Azure and Fabric. So the guys who already know Power BI, you can join only for this. The fees will be 10K. And in that 4.6K, we are paying for license. So your course amount, if you see, it's just 5.5K. If you don't need license, you'll get it. But without license, you cannot do project in Fabric. So better you opt for it. So 10K, you can get it. The guys who have joined for SQL, Power BI, and for you now, Azure is going on and Fabric, you need not worry because you already guys have paid 30K for entire course with license. So you already got license, so don't need to worry. These are all the guys who have already joined for Power BI and SQL. But for Azure people who have joined newly, right? So this will be the duration. So the classes will be from Monday to Saturday because we will try to cover up projects on weekends. So I'm sorry, Monday to Friday. And over the weekends, we will be completing one project. Not now, in the last towards the end, after 15 days, then we will meet on Sunday to do the project. Let's see how it goes, but this will be your guys who are only looking for Azure and Fabric. So in Azure, we'll be covering 4 services: Azure Data Factory, Azure SQL Database, Azure Block Storage, Azure Data Lake Storage. These 4 services will be covering. And we will also be integrating Azure with Power BI, how to integrate. So that also we'll be learning. So this will be the syllabus. So this completes your free day 3 sessions for others. For rest of you guys, this is a regular session. Tomorrow we'll be creating Azure account and we'll be doing our practicals from tomorrow. So end of theory, it's all about doing practicals. Okay, are we all good?
Yes.
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 Hi, sir. What will be covered in fabrics?
Fabric will be focusing on data analytics, like whatever the services that is related to our analytics, right? Like for example, one lake, a lake house, SQL database, data factory, all of this will be covered.
Data engineering side, it will not be covered,
No.
meaning that creating pipeline and all those things?
Creating pipeline we'll be doing here, but in data engineering, we'll be writing Python, PySpark code, right? That we will not cover. Pipelines we will create. Pipelines we will be creating.
So we will be working only on bronze level or gold level.
That's
Something
correct.
like that, right?
We will be creating all
Okay.
the 3 layers. I don't know who is on camera. Can you all switch off your cameras? Any other
All
questions?
those only data analytics
So
part is being covered in fabrics. This is
Yes,
what.
related to all the data analytics related one, we will be covering.
Actually, what is the difference between Azure and Fabric?
You did not attend the first class?
No.
Okay. So in the first class, we have explained Azure is the overall complete product where you will have 200 plus services, whereas Fabric is only related to data related service. It's a subset of Azure. And rather than depending on Azure for your reports, it's another tool. We will be going with the Fabric. Fabric itself is within the Power BI itself. So you can do everything in one place. I would request you to go and watch the day 1. You will get clarity.
Yeah, thank you.
That is Monday's class. You will find it in YouTube also.
Sorry to ask you again, why it is not being covered since we are already working on Azure Data Factory, and I believe we will be covering pipeline and CDP, those things, parameterization, everything we will be covering even in ADF, right? So we can also check these things even in Fabrics.
I do not understand. What is not covered? What are you asking?
I'm asking why we are not covering data engineering part as well in Fabric,
For
because we
data
are
engine
already
for data engineering, we have a separate course. This is a data analytics course. If you are willing to learn more on Databricks, Data Factory, CI/CD pipelines, Azure Key Vaults, right? Live streaming data, you have a different course which is running in the morning. So this course is only for data analytics. we are covering 100% of all the services that we are going to use as a data engineering, but it is not in this course, it is in different course. So your Azure ADF and your related services can be used for two different roles. We can use it as an
Great.
analytical role. We can use it for engineering role. So here in this particular evening batch, what you have joined for the last 3 days or today, we are covering only for data analytics side. So for data engineering side, we'll be covering end to end, whatever you're asking, the pipelines, the bronze layers, the Medallion architecture, CI/CD pipelines, deployments, one complete building end to end systems. All of this we are already doing in a different course. You attend that course where you'll get the clarity, because that is data engineering. This is data analytics.
Okay, and what will be covered in then Azure Data Factory in terms of data analytics?
Here we'll
The
be covering activities or copy activity, migration. We'll be learning some transformations. We'll be doing end-to-end pipeline also. From the pipeline output, we'll be connecting to our Power BI. We'll be more focusing more towards the analytical side.
Understood. Okay. Thank you so much.
Are we all good? Any other questions?
So I'm already having Azure license. Uh, is that okay to pay 5.4 for
Oh,
course?
what you have? You have Azure details, Azure account.
Yes, Azure license.
No, this is not Azure license. This amount is for Fabric license. No, you have
Okay.
Fabric license.
Yeah, shall I use trial version of Fabric
You
for
can use it, but
learning?
you will not be able to get that real-time experience like what we are using in organization, because here we will be all sharing our workspaces, we'll all be collaborating, right? That's where organization account is helpful, right? If you're using a trial, you'll have to practice your own. You'll not be able to interact with anyone in our team. But if you're
Oh,
taking the
okay.
license, we'll be giving all the KSR credentials. You can interact with one workspace to another workspace. Multiple people can work on single workspace. That's the beauty of collaboration. That experience, you will not get it. You can opt for it. We are not
Okay,
forcing you
okay.
to take license, right? But I'm saying it's not beneficial because you have to learn by yourself. You'll be like an odd one out. Everyone will be doing projects together and you will be odd one out.
Understood, sir. Understood. Thank you. Thank you for your explanation.
Hi, sir. Sorry again. This is my first session, and I'm actually a bit confused choosing the course between, Azure Data Analytics and Data Engineering. I've already worked on Azure Synops and uh, Dataflow and all, and now my organization has moved to Fabrics. We are already working on bronze level and gold level. But I wanted to understand whole ADF jargon and wanted to familiarize. So I'm a bit confused which side I should choose.
See, in that case, you have to join data engineering. Because you
But
already know
you,
synapses, you already know bits and pieces of your bronze layers, you already bits and pieces know all of ADF, right? So in data engineering, we'll be covering almost, let me tell you the exact class. For only Azure services, I'm covering 45 classes, only for Azure. And here, only for Azure, I'm covering 15 classes. So you imagine, where is 15 class, where is 45 class? This 15 classes is only for the guys who need only for analytics. That 45 class. See, for this guys also, I have covered 45 classes on Power BI. Because for these people, Power BI is a main core. So 45 to 50 days, I've covered only on Power BI for 2.5 to 3 months. The same thing I'm doing for data engineering, but there I'm giving more importance and more focus and more classes on Azure. Here Azure is limited, their Power BI is limited. That is how we will be categorizing it. See, end of the day, what role you're going, that is important. For understanding your background, I would strongly recommend you to choose data engineering, because that's where you learn more services. 45 classes means it's almost 60 hours. 60 hours will be covering all the real-time use cases there.
but KSR does not have separate data engineering ADF and fabrics, right?
We have
It
no,
includes everything.
I am the trainer for data engineer also. I am taking morning batch. So
So can I
specific,
join only for
see,
ADF and
only
fabric?
ADF is not possible. because
Exactly, that is the thing.
see, only Azure, only ADF, what you will see? Nothing, right? You will have to learn other services also, no? Only ADF, what you will do? If you're a data engineer, you need
As
to
of
know.
now,
Uh,
yeah, as of now, I am not looking for other services, which is, BigQuery and big data and all those things. Wanted to go one by one. So that's
in
why.
that case, I'm sorry, KSR will not be the platform for you if you're only looking for ADF. We don't do that. Either you join a data analytics or you join a data engineering, but only specifically I want one topic, two topics. I'm sorry, we will not do that as per policy.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, any other questions? So I'm sending you the details of our contact. If you're looking for more of details, please contact these numbers and we will help you out. Okay, so we'll stop here. We'll continue tomorrow.